Have you ever seen the movie Minority Report? Because that's exactly what people like I do day in and day out. And if you haven't seen the movie, it's about a police officer in the future, and they have technology, AI today, and AI predicts future crimes, and the officers make arrests before the crimes happen to prevent them. Now, I'm not in law enforcement, I don't arrest people, but the reason why what I do is similar is because I'm tasked with being a problem solver, but I'm solving problems that haven't happened yet. And guys, this video is probably going to be a little bit different because I've had a heck of a week. And I know many other professionals in the same line of business or similar lines of business have weeks like this all the time. And what do I mean by that? This week, I've got to sit and help people through their suffering. And I was reminded why I love to do what I do, because it does bring me great joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment to help people when things are really hard. But the truth is, we don't have to wait until bad things happen. We can solve these problems way beforehand when times are good, so that when we inevitably do walk through the valley of life, we're already prepared. And so I just thought I would give a quick couple-minute overview of what life insurance really is and what it's for. Because if you're anything like me, I grew up in a household where I was taught from a young age that all forms of insurance, especially life insurance, were just a money-making scam. And it really couldn't be further from the actual truth. Life insurance exists for simple reasons, but it solves complex problems. The only issue is it has to be put in place before the problem actually occurs. And its main purpose is to create an estate. It is the most efficient way to create an estate. Basically, think of an estate as an inheritance. So let's just suspend reality for a minute and pretend reality goes exactly the way you dream of. You live a long, good life, you work hard, and you accumulate assets. And these assets that you accumulate become your estate. Now let's take a moment and look at reality as it is. Most often, people go through good times and hard times. And unfortunately, in our world, sometimes people go through really hard times. Getting sick, not being able to work, having awful accidents, or even dying early. And so in the simplest terms, life insurance protects you and your loved ones in the case that something bad happens in your life. And it's not necessarily always premature death. Let me give you a quick example. Many of us carry hopes and dreams of accumulating enough assets that we pass down something on to our children. But as life becomes more expensive, we're also accumulating these assets so that we can use them to live a comfortable lifestyle in our retirement and as we grow older. And many times people underestimate how much they need to be saving and investing so that they accumulate enough assets to support their lifestyle in their retirement years. Or something bad happens in the economy when they're retired and they end up having to use more of the assets than they otherwise planned. And so while that person may be okay, they never reach their goal of being able to pass on generational wealth. And put simply, that is exactly the problem that life insurance solves, and that's in a best case scenario. What often happens is that people start families, estimate how much they need to accumulate for a comfortable retirement, are under or and pass away before they reach retirement age. And then their spouses and children are left without that person's income. And if there's no income replacement, aka life insurance, in place, it leaves these families in really hard spots. Sometimes they never fully recover. And I've seen it firsthand many times. A man or woman builds a business, accumulates assets, never thinks about worst case scenario, and then worst case scenario happens, and the family is left fighting for the assets in probate. They may inherit a business that they have no idea how to run or manage properly. and no extra cash cushion to help them weather the storm on top of all the grief that they're processing. And I stepped into this exact situation twice this week. And I care deeply about my clients. I care deeply about people. So I just felt the need to take a moment and put this video out there. And again, these videos are only for educational purposes. But if you are a man or woman with any family, children, any assets that are worth protecting, I am pleading with you. Please take a minute, meet with a qualified licensed professional, and just let them educate you on some basic financial principles and how to solve these problems before they happen. I promise you, thank you. And if you're in the Naples, Florida area and you'd like to meet with me, just shoot me an email at thenaplescommission@gmail.com. And lastly, if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share it with them today. Just by sharing this, you can save someone's business and family from a lot of financial hardship. Thanks, and God bless.